All right, guys, welcome back. Today we continue with the Aliens Predator, the Deadliest of Species comic. We have only 2 issues to go after this, and then we're done. Now I must say, I really like this series, but it has a lot of, well, say I'm not sure the word flaws, but more confusion. The story is very, what's the word, unfocused for me, and sometimes it's very hard to figure it out what's going on and what the reason is why it's going on. And it's been, basically through the whole book, and certain characters, like Willem Delacroix. Willem Delacroix is the son of Lucius Delacroix, who is basically the husband, I guess, of this woman called Caryn Delacroix, but she's a trophy wife and she's genetically engineered specifically for, that rich people can buy these trophies. That's how it works. So I'm not sure if she's exactly human or that she has human DNA, but then maybe she is sort of kind of sex slave, I guess, but also not. And it seems that Lucian likes her and wants to get her back, but we don't see his face through the whole book anymore. Same with Willem. Willem has some kind of an arc in here, and then he disappeared. Stuff like that. I mean, we throw all of these characters in here, and then you don't do anything with that. I mean, maybe at the end, because that's what I'm guessing. Anyway, let's dive in. So, like I said, the art, phenomenal. It's really good. This alien design by Eduardo Barreto, fantastic. He's a great, great artist. I mean, if you look at this shot, wow. Also cool that we see a top-down shot of the alien, so that we see the back, because mostly we see only the front. Yeah. So in the last issue, we see Caryn has a Predator armor, and I believe she put all her peers, her friends, well, I'm not sure if the word friends is the right word, but into the stasis pod, and then she threatens the alien queen. And I like the design. This armor looks very, very cool. But she says, smart play would be pull the trigger, but I owe her my life. She isn't happy. She also isn't stupid. Now, I have questions about that, and that's, one of the many questions I have. I mean, the alien put an egg in her, right? Because she's old and she can only lay one egg. And to save her friend's life, she made a deal to become impregnated by the facehugger and thus have an alien queen, I guess, in her. But then why would you leave her alive? I mean, she's an enemy to the predators and to you, right? So I really don't get it. Well, it's been a little bit explained, but also not later on. Anyway, so, but then the predator is not happy because because it's a she, hates the alien, and she punishes Caryn here for letting her alive, I guess. But also, why do you have a predator mask on with a blonde wig attached to it? It doesn't make any sense. Why? I mean, she had hair before. She had blonde hair, and now she is bald. I really don't get how it all that works. I mean, did she shave herself? It's just, I don't know. Anyway, right. So, Big Mama, that's why I call it, is not happy. All right, but she is, she's not hunting for trophies this time. She's hunting for justice. And I thought, wait, what? What do you mean justice? I mean, predators are hunters, right? They don't hunt for justice. All right, but it's getting explained a little bit later. Anyway, so the rest is waking up. And of course, Gizan de Salazar, chief of security from Moncan Delacroix, is calling her out. And because, well, she's basically the feisty one, and she doesn't, hold her mouth about. She's speaking her mind. That's what I'm trying to say, right? So we have two mercs, Sadiq and Jenna, sole survivors of the Deep Space Station Samara, and we have the Strike Force Rangers, Thomas Shiro and Maria De Medici. Sorry. All right. So. So Thomas says, or Shiro says, hey, we can at least abort the Caryn's embryo. It stays, Shiro. It has to. Wait, what? Why? I said, you mean the alien? She's not our enemy, Mariah. We all have a common cause. All of us, alien, predator, human, working together. We might just find a way through the win. And I thought, what do you mean with that? What is the goal? I mean, okay, so are you saying you're becoming the Avengers? But then, with all, okay. But who is then the enemy here? Because I still don't know why she's teaming up with the alien. The part with the predator is getting explained, but the alien part is really, that's beyond my grasp or something. All right. So, and then we see this, and I think, hey, what's going on here? But it seems they are getting trained by Big Mama, right? And I said, hey, that is cool. I like the smoke and their, very Conan the Barbarian look. Looks awesome. But then they are basically the top peak athletes and specimens humanity has to offer, but they are no match for a predator, because, the predator is a race of warriors, right? Hunters. They are getting their ass kicked. And I thought, wait a minute, does she kill them? But it's not the case, because the wounded are getting back into the pots for healing for round 2. Hell of a teaching philosophy, Caryn. Work for me. When? I'm sorry, I don't know. Now, this is another thing that is really escaping my that I don't know what's happening. It seems that Caryn Delacroix has, I believe, another personality in her, and has been thrown through the whole series. And I don't know what that personality is, what significance it has, but it seems that Big Mama is calling her name all the time. And I thought, okay, but what does that mean, right? Is she then the predominant personality, or is the other one? And what is then, how did they fuse together, right? I really don't know. It's not really well explained. Anyway, no offense, but trophies are engineered from inception. I've seen your found, Caryn. You were a custom designed for Lucien Delacroix, especially executed by his pet computer toy. You've been with him in your entire life. Somebody's lying, either my memories or your files. Mariah, neither of us has time for this. You need to be treated. You'll be fine. Come tomorrow, then we can talk. And after we talk, what's next? Round 2? You keep trying until you get it right. You're serious. Oh, joy. If we don't want to bleed, we better get better. All right. Training continues later, but then we go to the past, which is also a mystery to me. So it seems, although she has a relationship with Delacroix, she's also cheating on him. Now, I don't know her role here. Is she a soldier? Is he, I don't know, some kind of researcher? Because he's meeting up with Stefan Mandrigal, Commander U.S. Navy attached to the National Aeronautics and Spice Administration. I don't know why I said that in that voice, but it sounded cool. And she has a fling with him. And but then she's falling, and then she's being captured by none other than Bobby Dematier, or Dematier, I'm not sure how you say it. He says, what are you doing here? And so he is another player in town. And I guess, okay, what's going on here, right? And are there only 3 people on board with some soldiers? What is their purpose? And what are you doing here? Still don't have an answer. Meanwhile, we change the colors, and the fighting and training still continues, right? They are getting better, but they are nearly not there. The color is really what sells me on this comic, along with the art, because the color sets the mood and the mood and the tone, but also it is very immersive, because you see that this is on an alien ship with the smoke and the chains, and it's very alien and Predator-esque, which is also an alien, but you know what I mean. Well, this color scheme here, which also I like, it's not purely black and white, it's black, white, and gray. Really works well. As you can see here, it looks amazing. So, okay, so we have, what's his name? Stefan, and now smacking her around about some kind of a deal, right? And she says, you swore an oath, Commander. And then he talks about, those aren't people down there. They aren't even human. And I thought, what down there? You mean on this planet? And so basically he is, the gist is that they researched this planet. There is a species on it, and instead of researching, this guy says, "Hey, the private sector is more lucrative," so he, makes a deal with this guy for, I don't know, selling the specimen or experimenting on that, something like that. It's not really well explained, right? And she's being, I don't know, thrown into the brick or maybe executed. But that, Delacroix she can fight. She's not a damsel in distress. She's pretty tough. I believe she has soldier training. Maybe she is a soldier, which is weird. I mean, if she's a trophy for a higher up guy, Delacroix, this guy who is, I don't know, a big businessman, the big shot, on the Skyliner where they come from. How does he then leave her alone and go on to space missions? You know what I'm saying? It's not very well explained. Anyway, so we go to Maria and Thomas, and they are basically admitting that they are getting buff and stronger and sharper, right? Tougher. We are not just being healed, Shiro. We're being rebuilt. Consider what we are up against. Is that such a bad thing? The Queen, she's just watching us. Yeah, I forgot. The Queen is still on board on this ship. So she has been, I don't know, stowed away, or she's just roaming free in this big ship. Tommy, I never known an alien not to attack. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? I mean, if she is our friend, what the hell are we up against? That's a good question. I don't know that. If you don't know, then I don't know, right? Anyway, so then we go back. So she's just killed the other guards, and she is then following the other ones that's been in the spaceships going down on the planet. Their plan was to strip mine the community below of people. Bobby was a xenogeneticist. He wanted to use eugenics to craft specialized subsets of humanity, the perfect spaceman, the ultimate warrior, adaptable to any climate and condition. Up until now, they are just cracked by theories. My discovery offered up ideal raw material for him to try to make him reality. So basically, then you're a scientist then with combat training? Like I said, there's so many questions. All right, so then she's putting this big arm, this Iron Man armor on, and then she's flying down. And she's trying to stop them. And I thought, okay, you probably don't like what they are doing, but why are you stopping them? Why aren't you not, I don't know, get a emergency capsule or something, or maybe another jet if that someone is on board, and then escape, right? Go back to your husband and tell all the plans. Instead of this, she's just attacking all these people, but then she's getting shot by this guy, right? Because a battle arm is no real match for a top-line fighter. All right, and then coloring change again. More fighting, right? And they are getting better. They are evading basically Big Mama's techniques and, and defending themselves. She's visible. I'll finish her in your dreams, says the Predator. All right, and then Shira's been attacked from behind, and then Salazar captures the invisible person, and it's none other than, of course, Caryn. Snicked trophy. I like that. Snicked, like Wolverine snicked, the claws popping out. That's a nice reference here. Very nice. Didn't seem fair that you had a chameleon field and we didn't, so we swiped one. Complete with instruction manual. Trial and error. We've been working on this a while. Very nice, says the Predator. Congratulations, training's over. You're passed. All right, so they are now battle hardened. So it's not, in 2 or 3 days. It's probably a couple of months, I guess. I like that. And then we go back somehow on the planet. How they get there, I don't know. Where are the soldiers? Don't know. So it seems only the Matisse here and what's his name again? This guy, Stefan. And I had to read this a couple of times because I think, okay, but what is going on here? Because I didn't figure it out from this page here that I'm going to show you in a second, that they are on a planet where, if I'm reading this correctly, that alien beings Predators, spoiler. Predators shipwrecked, stranded, or expecting someone from off-world because there's no sign of any vehicle. If the latter, I want to put the fear of God into them. So you're telling me that you, here with your big gun, and maybe with this guy and a couple of soldiers that I don't see here around, slaughtered predators? Are you kidding me? Predators. The top dogs of the universe when it comes to hunting. No way, man. No. All right. But okay, let's go on with it. He says, you had a shot at the stars, babe. You chose the mud. You only blame yourself, or you only yourself to blame. So what is this then? Is he shooting at Caryn? I guess maybe Caryn went down to the planet and he found her. But where's the body? Where is she? I mean, he's shooting at someone, right? The flow of the story is not really that good. And then the next one is that she's been crucified, I believe, by Stefan. Oh yeah, okay, I get it now. This is not an energy weapon. This is a maybe a bolt rifle, or that shoots stakes. Because of he does 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Okay, I get it now. I just didn't see it. And it seems that Big Mama found her, and these are, I believe, her people. So basically, Stefan and his goon and the other guys sending a message like, hey, we got your kids, because that is what the whole thing is all about for the Predator. They stole her kids. It's not really well explained, but that is through bits and pieces that I've, figured it out. Ugh. Didn't scream when he spiked me to that cross. Damn if I give him the satisfactory. When he found me, Big Man was ready to skin me alive. On that, Madrigal was right on the money. He just didn't reckon on her determination. Her children had been kidnapped. I was the only real hope of rescue. I started her as a prisoner. Over time, I earned her respect and ultimately her friendship. So this is the Skyliner, which is basically a luxury cruiser, right? With Delacroix and his men, and a lot of people are on it. So they are going to that. She trained me as she would her own. I taught her everything I knew. We both already mad. Our goal was to get even. That's why I run out of memories. I guess we came up short. Nice of the Fates to give us another chance. But now that I really think about it, it's not as if they had much of a choice. So yeah, cool. They, doing this whole ritual thing, and they're becoming, I don't know, an extension of the Predator race, which I like. I like that, right? Humans become predators, but then they are infiltrating this Skyliner, blowing up a door. Lucien Delacroix grants Count Delacroix. Willem is his son. I was Lucien's trophy wife. Gizande worked for him. Sadiq and Jenna were employed by the criminal network established by Willem. According to Gizande, Bobby de Mathieu was his partner. Big Mama hunted me. Shira and Mariah hunted her. Somehow my life and Mama and the alien mother queens are all bound up together. And then they are here, and it sees that the whole Skyliner now is an alien nest. How? Don't know. But they are, we're going to continue on the next one, guys. So she says there's been some changes, right? And she says, we are the three furies of ancient legend, reaching out across the generations, past even death itself, to right old wrongs and avenge the most horrible of crimes. Of all the species that exist, we are the deadliest. All right. I like that. So finally, I have a little bit of an explanation what's going on. Still, I don't know the role of the alien. What is the role of the alien in this whole thing, right? And why don't you want to put out the alien embryo that is, because of that storyline that we're going to see in issue 10 or 11 and 12. I don't know. There's a lot of questions in here. Some have been answered. Some are, I don't know where they are going. Guys, we're going to find out in the next issue pretty soon. Thank you so much for watching as always. I see you next time. Bye-bye.